Another thing I would say, as part of this rebrand, is boundaries. Guys, boundaries are very healthy, and you should be setting boundaries that align with your own health in a way that you don't feel bad about these boundaries. So I am a big time people pleaser, and I love my friends. Like I would go to war for my friends, okay? But there was a time in the beginning of the year where my people pleasing had gotten to the point where I was just, saying yes to everything that my friends were saying and doing. And it got very, very sheep herd mentality there for a second. But I was agreeing to all of these things that would sometimes make me uncomfortable or I disagreed with. And because I was afraid, like, these are my friends, I don't want to make them unhappy or whatever. But I was doing it so often that it got to a point where I started to, like, there was like this resentment building up. And I don't want to hate my friends, you guys. Like, that is my family, that is the people I chose to be in my life. And so I didn't enjoy this negative feeling that I started linking to them. And so I had to put aside my people pleasing for myself, because as much as you want to please people, you can't make others happy if you yourself is not happy. You know what I mean? So I needed to relearn that no is a full sentence, and boundaries shouldn't be linked to any sort of drama. Like, if you're setting boundaries with people that you love and care about, and they love and care about you, it shouldn't ever be an issue. Like, I definitely know my girls and all of my other friends, they completely understood it, and it really was not a big deal. And so I think just realizing that the people that care about you will always understand is very important, and setting boundaries is very important. And if it does cause drama, then it's just like a sign that the people trying to disrupt your peace is not people for you. Yeah, basically, those who get it, and those who don't, get out. This also links into other social and emotional changes that I've done during this rebrand. I think number one would definitely be kind of linked to the people pleasing thing, but kind of matching effort, guys. Like, don't be overgiving, because everybody's basket is only full to so much. And so you should not be overfilling someone's basket who isn't even filling yours to begin with. Don't do that. Like, protect yourself always first, because yes, everybody in your life is amazing and great, and that's why they're in your life, but you need to look out for yourself first, always. Another thing I would say is not over explaining things. If somebody misunderstands you, that's okay. Like, it's fine. You are not going to be friends with everybody, and that's fine. Not everybody's gonna like you. People are such complex creatures. It would be physically impossible for everybody to like everybody all of the time at different stages of their life, in every situation. So if somebody misunderstands you, it's okay. The world is not ending. You are not a bad person. It's okay. Another thing I've been doing is digital content, you guys. I think it's very important to, check what you're consuming, because the stuff that you see and hear definitely affects who you are as a person. So I know myself, I don't read the news very often. I also don't watch videos of the atrocities that is happening in the world, because it does really affect my mental health very, very badly. And so obviously I'm not oblivious. I know what is happening. I'm aware of everything. I just I read articles, but I try to stay away from a lot of the visual stuff, because I know that it would overwhelm my mental state. So that's another thing about, protecting your peace. And then also consuming things that enrich you. Like, guys, brain rot is real. Like, TikTok, there's so much rubbish on TikTok, you guys. And so I try to balance out all the trash that I watch on TikTok with actual educational stuff. So I have this little wheel and I have a bunch of like theories and historical stuff where I spin the wheel and it gives me something to go research. Last week I was looking into string theory. Do I care about string theory? No, but it was very interesting and it was, a change of pace. And so I think that's something that we should definitely do is balance out the trash that we watch. It's okay to watch trash. It's fine. But to balance it out with something like productive or a bit more intellectual. So, yeah. The last thing I've really looked into is personal standards. I There's like a list of things personally that I have changed for myself. Just again, guys, just protecting our peace. But in that same breath, so the first one I would say is not tolerating disrespect for the sake of keeping the peace. So, yes, protect your energies, but also if somebody is disrespecting you, y'all, just because it's easier to let it slide does not mean you should let it slide, because now I'm thinking about this bruh that's disrespecting me. No, we're not letting that slide, because being passive can be very disruptive to who you are. So, yeah, don't just be passive. I'm obviously not saying go pick fights with everybody who, someone looked at you funny and now you want to go fight them. That's not what I'm talking about. But like people in your life who's being disrespectful to you or your thoughts and things that you believe and stuff like that, don't let things slide for the sake of letting things slide. So that's number one. Number two would be raising the standard of how people treat you. So I am a big believer of I treat you the way you treat me. And so, but this is also something that has been very recent. So before it was, I treat you like this because that's the person I am, and you are behaving like this because that's the person you are, and that's okay. No, that's not okay. Don't be a bad person just because you feel like you are a bad person. Yeah, don't be a bad person and then expect people to allow you to continue being a bad person. That's kind of my thing, is you should respect yourself. Like, I respect Bila, and so I would expect you to respect me too, And so just matching that energy, because everybody knows the quote of, you did this thing, but I would never have done that to you. So if somebody is doing something to you that you would never have done to them, that is not your friend. That is not a person that you want in your life. And that is very okay. It is okay to cut people out of your life. It's fine. The third one, which I touched on briefly, is just being kinder to yourself. Like, guys, mistakes happen. People are not perfect. Nobody is perfect. And so you need to be nice to yourself, guys. Like, think of everybody that is nasty to you and now you are also being nasty to you. Don't do that. Like, it's okay to mess up. It's okay to make mistakes and fall and fumble and all the other synonyms for messing up. But just be kind to yourself about it, because if everybody was perfect, then I think life would be very, very boring if everybody was perfect. So yeah, just speak to yourself the way that you would speak to your best friend, because you should be your best friend. And then the last one, I think, would just be choosing spaces where you feel safe and supported. Don't ever put yourself in a situation, regardless of who you're with, where you don't feel like you're being accepted or supported, or you don't feel safe. I don't care how long you have known Sally. If Sally has put you in a bad situation, do not stand for that. Don't sit for that. Don't lie for that. Just get out of there and get rid of Sally. Like, obviously, I'm saying it as a joke, but don't put yourself in environments and situations where you don't feel safe and supported, because, again, if you wouldn't do that to somebody, don't allow somebody else to do that to you. Yeah. I think just like the overarching theme of rebranding and just what this year has taught me is that it's very okay to outgrow older versions of yourself. So the person you were last year, at the beginning of the year, 3 months ago, 2 weeks ago, it's okay to let that person go and allow yourself to become a new person. Like, you have these core values, and that's perfectly okay. Stick to your core values, but smaller things about who you are and your personality, it's not like a contract. Like, it's not something that you need to consistently stick to for the rest of your life. Things you liked when you were 14 isn't things you're gonna like when you're 30. And that's fine, guys. Like, it's okay to let go of past versions of yourself, especially if that past version no longer aligns with who you are right now. So why I think a soft rebrand is just like the way to go with it is because not everybody's growth is loud and in your face and instantaneous. Most people grow slow and steady and calm, and I definitely think your growth should always be very intentional. Like, you should plan on bettering yourself, on improving yourself. And so, yeah, I think definitely doing, obviously, you don't got to do everything I said in this video. You don't even have to agree with everything I said in this video, but just, allowing yourself to change some things, pick up new things that match with who you are right now, right in this moment, is very important as as you grow, as you go through life. Yeah. And what I've gained from all of this is just, there's a lot less noise, there's more alignment, there's a lot more self assurance. Like, I feel a lot more confident in myself and the choices that I'm making, and I trust myself more, and there's just a lot less chaos, because growing up is chaotic, guys. Like, it's scary shit, but trusting yourself definitely makes it a little bit easier. And I definitely feel like everything that's happened in the year, good, bad, ugly, all of it has definitely allowed me to be myself and discover myself and allow myself to breathe a lot more. So, yeah. If you take nothing from this video, take that you should be, 1, kind to yourself, 2, growth is not instantaneous, and 3, those who get it, and those who don't gotta get out. Yeah. If you're watching this and you feel, stuck or overwhelmed, maybe it is time for you to have yourself a little soft rebrand before the new year, or in the new year, whatever works for you. And yeah, it doesn't need to be like a big thing. You can just like start with one small thing and it'll snowball, and I promise you, you will feel so much more better when you start being a little bit more intentional with the things that you're doing. Yeah, I think my microphone has died. But thank you so much for coming to this video. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for watching if you are new. Yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.